Okay, the things I like about this planer are a few. One is you don't typically get chip out when you're planing figured wood, or if you're just planing normal wood that has direct grain direction changes, which is pretty much typical for pretty much all woods. So you don't get tear out, which is really nice. The other thing I really like about this machine are the wheels. The wheel kit is a factory standard, I believe. It might be an option. To be honest, I don't remember, but I got the wheel kit. So if it was a standard thing, I don't know. It's very nice. You just push down this lever, raise the machine, the wheels are in the back. It's a done deal. I also like these for lifting. If you're using a straps or and or a forklift, I guess. For me, they work great for using a strap. Getting into some of the stuff that I don't like about this machine, one of which has got a really, really bad leak, and it's had to leak forever. It's this gasket right here, and it's basically gotten to the point where I just, it just leaks, and I clean it up every now and again. Basically, it dribbles down here, comes down, and it goes on the floor. So it's probably getting next to low, like on literally like doesn't have a lot of fluid in there. So it looks empty because I've just recently cleaned it as I'm getting ready to sell it. Of course, I put that in my ad that it does leak, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So I probably could have called Grizzly, but I don't remember if it was, a year after I got it or 30 days or 6 months, but pretty soon after I got it, it was leaking. To change that, I think it's a pretty big job to change the gasket there. So I believe that there's some videos out right now on how to do that. I do get snipe, 3 inches on each end. So unless I'm putting wood in before it and after the workpiece, I basically have to plan on losing 6 inches of material. So if you were cutting pieces to length, I always had to cut them about 6 inches over size and then plane that. So it's very inefficient if you're cutting pieces into small parts and wanting to plane them. Now I haven't found a way to correct that, and it's gotten to the point where I just accept it. But if you're wanting to cut parts to final length and then plane them, that's just not. I would never do that with this machine because you just never know what's going to happen. The labels just are, when you clean this machine, they just come off. So I've gotten to the point where I just don't even touch them anymore because you look at them and they break off. So you can see right there, it's kind of unsightly. So I'm sure if you called Grizzly, you probably could get a new set of labels. But yeah, I think this is just a poor, design of a label. This machine actually wasn't that cheap. When I bought it, I believe it was $1,500 plus tax and shipping. So, fairly expensive machine. Now, I chose this machine over the Powermatic 15HH helical, mainly because I was able to get this faster. The 15HH was a little bit more expensive, and I just felt like I didn't need to spend the extra money. That was a long time ago, and the 15HH probably would have been a better machine overall. The thing that disappoints me most about this machine is the quality of the finished product when it's done. When you run a piece through, it looks great, but when you shine it up, when you show it to the light, you can see tracks from the wheels or the knives. I don't know what it is, but there's tracks in the wood. They're not bumps. They're literally tracks. And I'm going to see if I can show you. I'm going to run a piece through and I'm going to see if I can show you what I'm talking about. And it's very hard. It's actually really hard to get out. You got to sand the wood quite a bit. So the idea that you can take this, plane stuff down and then just do a little light sanding to clean it up. You can't clean those tracks up. And they show through stain. They even show through paint. So they are annoying. And this, one of the reasons why I stopped using this machine was all of the trouble that I had to go through in order to clean those tracks up. So one time I was looking at a finished product that my stainers had done, and I looked at the door and I saw the panel, and I said, "What's that?" And they said, "They're like lines in the wood." And I said, "Oh my God." And I realized it was from this. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. And so I had to resand the whole door, the panels, everything, and to get those out. They had to strip it. You know, it was quite a bit of work. And that's how I realized it does it. So the pretty much primarily what I use this machine for is to bring down material from 3/4 inch to 5/8 when I make drawers boxes out of usually maple. And even with a clear coat, you can see all those marks. So that is a big problem, and I don't like it. The carbide has lasted really nicely. I only have turned it one time. And I've planed quite a bit of material with this guy. But as you can see, the mobile base works really well. I mean, sometimes it will drag on to, you know, high points, but it's pretty good. I am a little tight, so I have to figure out how I'm going to get this thing out of here. Okay, that is the fill plug, and it is back in there pretty good. 6mm, I'm using a long extension to release it, but now I need to fill it, so that's going to require a little finessing. All right, I've got my gear oil. Of course, my container is not big enough for my pump to fit in, so I'm just going to put my pump into the gear oil and then pump it manually. Okay, yeah, that's a pain in the butt. Hasn't been fired up in a few years. Nice. As you can see, the snipe, but the tracking. Yeah, that's really annoying. But smooth as silk. I mean, it really went in there nice. No problem. Beautiful. Got it on the hoist here. I'm gonna try to put it in this pickup. I don't know. Wish us luck here. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. So
better in that position, right?
Perfect. What I'm thinking is we could take those wheel chocks and put it maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
To help keep it from rolling.
Can't get too crazy.
Dog in the crate? They're driving me crazy. For when we get down there,
I'll just go get a measure on that and see what we need to get to.
yeah, check that.
Get close, mate.
I think we're gonna make it.
Yeah. Yeah, this little dip in the apron, perfect.
It helps. Yeah, we're gonna make it. Nice.
29 is too good. We got it, it's easy.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So, sweet. Why don't we do this carefully? Wheel this thing down.
Where do you want me to go?
I think just like that, as I just hold the machine so it doesn't like swing around.
Yeah.
And then, it's not that bad. So it's gonna want to pretty.
Typical sort of crane swing.
That was excellent.
Yeah, that went after that incident. It's so cute. Chasing this thing down the street. Right, Dave, thank you very much.
That's really good.
Let's go put the work.
Sweet.
All right.
Nice. That worked great, man.
Yeah, thanks for your help. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I'm glad that worked out. Shit, much easier than taking a trailer and.
Yeah, on the other end, yeah, you wouldn't. Well, if you saw my place, just the access and everything's really bad.
So now you're gonna back up.
Well, I can drive up. It's fine. It's when I'm towing something. If I'm towing my boat, I can get one thing in there towed, but my dump trailer, just the weight of it. It's at 18. It's It's rated for 9 tons.
Oh, okay.
So it's a dump. It's a meaty trailer.
That's a big one.
But my driveway's about 25% grade.
Oh,
Bottom.
25.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, we bought concrete trucks up there. Nearly rolled a concrete truck up there.
Oh my gosh. That is
Yeah, I
nuts.
got my guys will come up on me and we'll get this off front hand.
That is really cool.
Cool. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome, buddy. You have the manual.
Yeah, I've got that. Thanks.
Okay. And well, that was super easy. I'm super excited that a really nice guy bought this planer, and hopefully he enjoys it.